Well, I've avoided outside of randomly passively talking about this for the last couple weeks. Obviously, there's a major break in this case. Uh, One of the most prominent law tubers, who was extremely popular during, the Depp trial and things like that. Nick Rekieta has been arrested, and obviously, I'm not surprised. Anybody who knows what's been going on with Nick, um, they're not surprised. But I know I'm not. I know there's going to be lots of videos making fun of him. That's not what I want to do. I also don't want to like I don't like. I asked myself and I asked my chat, should I make the video? And I think the overwhelming question is, or the answer was, I mean, if the situations were reversed, would Nick make the video about me? Absolutely. And I wouldn't be mad about it. Like if he live streamed and laughed about me getting arrested for, what he got arrested for, why wouldn't he cover it? Nick is one of the most famous YouTube, law tubers in the world. Obviously, Barnes is very popular, Viva Fry, and many others. But I did want to make the video as hopefully as kind of a cautionary tale. I've said out loud, on streams before when people ask, I wish the best for Nick. I hope this is rock bottom for him. As I've been around, like many of my viewers have been around for a lot of years, I know what addiction looks like. I have an addictive personality myself, and I feel like I've gotten right up against the line once or twice in my life. Whether it was booze or pills or whatever, I've definitely been there. And it comes, it goes slowly and then really fast. It hits you, and before you know it, you've been on a 3-week bender, and your friends are saying like, dude, slow down, or whatever the case is. And, I obviously reached out to Nick privately multiple times, talked to him. I reached out to his, a close circle of his friends reached out to me privately and was like, hey, we're going to get, would you want to take part if we can get him to do some sort of intervention? Obviously, I said yes to that. I would have gone to Minnesota to do it in person. I like Nick a lot. Anybody who's seen him live streaming over the last couple months, which I'm not going to go over, I'm not going to show him at his lowest moments on live streams, things like that. Yeah, his mugshot's probably the thumbnail, but I would 100% expect the exact same thing from Nick to do to me. So if you don't know, Nick Rekieta was just arrested earlier this morning for possession, which I don't care that much about. I care more about, how do I say it, the state of him. He's obviously lost his way in a dark, kind of a dark path. And Nick, this is going to be a brutal week. I'm sure there are live streams going on right now laughing at you. I'm not going to do that. I don't think this is funny. Nick has 5 kids. There's 5 kids in that house. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's cool. I mean, I've made jokes here and there, but I want to be on the record. This is the only last I'm going to say about it. The only thing I'm going to say about it. I don't think it's cool or funny that a guy with 5 kids is like getting zorked out of his mind every night. I don't know where the kids are at, who's watching the kids. It's not okay. It's not funny. It's not cool. It's not a meme. It's fricked. Like, it's addiction. That's what it really looks like. And I hope that this is Nick, I hope this is it for you, buddy. Like, I hope this is rock bottom. I hope that you take some time to take some stock in your life. These mugshots are never going to go away. They're going to follow you everywhere. One time, and I, again, like, I'm not throwing any stones here. I've certainly live streamed. This is why I don't drink and live stream anymore. You do something stupid, you think it's funny, and then it follows you around freaking forever. And all I did was piss in my basement. Not like on the carpet, like down a drain. It's all pipes, okay? Anyway. But still, like, a freaking 3 years later, people are throwing that in my face like it's some kind of own. I didn't care then, I don't care now. But it's like, that's, I stopped because I didn't want this stuff. And it just, it's bad. People are going to make fun of him, the Sonichu curse. They're allowed to do that. Uh, you know, you see, I think it looks like they've got 5th degree possession, so they had whatever, some sort of substance, and then they also were in possession of some sort of a weapon while they were also. I don't know a spot in the Second Amendment that says you can't enjoy a little booger sugar while also observing your Second Amendment right. But I also think it's important to point out he's been arrested, not convicted. I don't think there's really any question whether or not he was doing it, because he was doing it on live streams very obviously every night. And this other woman is some other YouTuber's wife or ex-wife who they got some throuple going with. I don't care about any of that. Like, I get it. I'm not shaming anyone who wants to dunk on him for it. It's hilarious to them, and that's fine, I guess. And I'm not above a few jokes, you know. And I'm hoping that Nick, you know, this is rock bottom for him and he gets some help. Nick, I hope you get help, dude. You know, you're too old for this stuff. You're 42 years old, man. What are you doing? You know, having like, you know, drug fueled 3-ways in your 40s. It's too, you got five kids, you know, like too much, man. This is getting off pretty light. I know he's got other stuff going on. He's getting sued for saying something stupid. But it's, you know, it's, hopefully this is rock bottom. I have to admit that as somebody who's watched him spiral, you know, it has made me take some stock in life too. And I don't want people to, whatever, have fun. You have possession of a controlled substance and having firearms. In his last bizarre stream, he had powder visible on his nose. Again, there are a lot of armchair quarterbacks. I don't think or know if Nick's made any kind of comment. It doesn't appear so. But if it were any other YouTuber, I would have made the video, and so I'm making the video. Nick got arrested. He's been acting very stupidly for a significant amount of time, and he got caught. My suspicion is someone from the farms or somewhere around called in a wellness check or something. Cop showed up, and he was under the influence or whatever. This isn't going to ruin his life. You know, you get a little caught with little possession. It's not a big deal. I'm not like a Puritan. But I'm hoping that Nick, like, dude, please, you know, you have 5 kids. 5! You know, they're a buy a Corvette. That's what guys do when they hit 40. I assume you have a nice chunk of cash from the Depp trial stuff. I know you have a lot of supporters on locals. Please, you know, get your stuff straight. This other individual is another YouTuber's wife. Again, just some drugs. Again, I don't care about that. You're 20, you're 29, you're kind of probably too old to be getting caught with this stuff. You should know better. He's not in jail. I'm sure he bonded out immediately. It's just like a low-level possession charge. But it's not that I'm worried about. It's the spiraling. He looks like he's lost. I don't know. The guy probably never weighed more than 200. It looks like he's lost 30-40% of his weight in the last 2 months. I suppose I should ask him. I mean, I guess if it's just the sugar, you know, I probably wouldn't do that, but it's tough. I hope that you're all right, Nick. In the grand scheme of things, people are going to make fun of you for a week. They're going to throw it in your face for a little while, but it could have been way worse. I've seen people through many stages of addiction in their life. I feel like I've come up pretty close to it a couple times in my life. I know how quickly it can get out of hand. If obviously I've reached out privately and said, if he needs anything, let me know. Why would he ask me? Why would he respond to me? I'm not his friends or family, you know? You know, I think this tweet says, I'm no fan of Nick, but I don't take pleasure in a man's self-destruction. In the end, Nick can only help Nick. And I hope he humbles himself enough to seek the help he clearly needs. I think that that's the right attitude. People can have fun at his expense. I'm not the fun police. But Nick, I hope this is rock bottom for you, dude. I really do. And I wish you the best. And if you're, you know, It's okay to make jokes about it. I'm not trying to moral high ground anybody, but it's tough to see. I mean, anyone could have seen this coming. It obviously would have been way worse. It could have been way, way worse. Worry about your family. Get back to work. Get rid of the booze in your house. Get rid of everything else in your house. You can do it. I know you can do it, Nick. And I guess all that's left is for you to do it. Like, you're not 18 anymore, man. Get your stuff together. Take care of your kids. You have 5 of them. Pretty disappointing to see, to be honest with you. But I don't take any pleasure in it.